All right. There we go. Lynette, is that you?
Yep, it's me.
Oh,
All
awesome.
right.
I'm handling. So
All
you and Chad have the floor. Brandon, you can chime just y'all have fun with it.
Well,
I'm
well,
doing
go ahead
I'm
and
doing what
make
I need to
Lynette
do.
a co-host so that she can share screen if she
Yes.
needs
Let me
to.
do this real quick.
Well,
Okay.
here's the thing. My computer just is doing some crazy automatic update. So I'm actually on my phone and I don't really have to do a screen share tonight. I think we just really wanted to give some exciting updates, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
then, Brandon, are you doing a Zoom tomorrow?
Not tomorrow. It'll be on Saturday. So
Okay.
at 12 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to hop on that one too.
Yeah, let me hop on that one and we'll do then I'll be able to do the screen share. My Mac, it just started a download and or the update on it when I went and plugged it in. I don't know, something to do with plugging it in, and now I can't get it to stop. So I'm on my phone. I don't have my presentation on there. But were we going to so Saturday I'm gonna give up the update tonight anyway. I hope it excites people because we're getting ready to do the rebrand, bring that live. That's gonna be any day. We are hoping it's gonna be before Thanksgiving because we know everybody's with family and friends over the holidays. And it's a great time for you to be able to introduce MoveQuest to them. The leasing is going to be a phenomenal part of this project in being able to grow virally. Those of you who have the miners that you've minted and you've evolved and gotten up to the Omega, you have benefits because you're mining more of that move quest at that omega level. There's going to be hardly any omegas that are being leased out. We're already looking at what the inventory is, and there's going to be close to, from what's circulating, over 100,000 miners that we're guessing are going to go up for lease. That's amazing. That's over 16,000 people that are going to be able to
Recording in
benefit.
progress.
That's over 16,000 people that are going to be able to benefit from MoveQuest without actually having to come in, mint those miners. They don't have to unlock the mining dock slots. They don't have to evolve. They're just able to plug in and pay the rental fee to those of you who own those that digital real estate, and then they submit their proof of physical activity. They claim their token rewards just like you do, but that's the best way to grow virally. They don't have to come in and spend money. And that's the best part of our project. You don't need the new money to stabilize this project. What you need is that big community, the growth of the community who's participating in the ecosystem. And just, leasing out your miners, by leasing out your miners, you're by doing that, you are contributing to the ecosystem. One, because you're supplying those miners, but two, you're building that community and they're participating in the ecosystem because now they're able to join challenges, they're able to submit, they're able to claim, they're able to participate in any of the events that we have. Once the challenge piece and the events piece comes out. And so every time um, somebody in the community who is leasing one of those miners submits and does all these activities, they're contributing to that ecosystem. Just on the submissions alone is contributing over $54 million a year in liquidity. And so that's how you stabilize that liquidity pool, the token values through that ecosystem, the use of that MoveQuest token. They still need to go to the exchange and buy the MoveQuest because when they rent the miner from you, they pay that fee up front. So you're not making a percentage of what they mine. You're not getting a sliding scale of what they do. You're not benefiting from their hard work. You're just making that piece of digital real estate available to them. They pay you that fee up front. You decide what that fee is going to be. We don't determine that for you. And there's a lot of factors that you can base it on. And I'll have kind of some cheat sheets or ideas to kind of help you guys, decide what it is you want to charge on those miners. But you're going to want to base it off one, the mining power and the mining boosts based on, those element bonuses that you get, the market value of the token. Having the market value of the token increase makes those miners even more valuable to people who want to come in and get involved, but can't afford to mint those miners. And when you think about it, that's a big barrier for some people. The economies across the globe are not thriving at the moment. And so this allows everybody to participate without having to come out of pocket, with the exception of that miner fee. You can charge them by the day, you can charge them by the week, you can charge them by the month, whatever it is you want to do. And they can mine with 8 miners as well. Those of you who are here that have families, maybe you got your wife, you got a couple teenagers. Now you'll be able to go and lease these miners, and you've been able to increase, the revenue that you're bringing into your home by becoming more healthy, by becoming more fit, and, leading a healthier lifestyle. I was sitting here thinking today, all of the activities, I've figured out ways to max out my activity. And it's kind of funny because Michael was laughing at me tonight, but I'm out here dribbling a basketball. Why? 'Cause I'm moving my hands. I'm tired. I don't feel like walking anymore today. I've already done my 3-mile walk. I'm dribbling a basketball. I'm taking my tennis racket and I'm hitting tennis balls up against the gate here at our house, not gate, but our brick wall. And I racked up my 20,000 steps today just by doing that activity. I didn't actually have to go out and walk. So there's so many ways that you can max out that activity. You don't have to be a runner. You don't have to be somebody who has to get out there and walk 10 miles a day. There's so many things that you can do right within your own house to get that activity and get that motion in. So you'll want to, in my opinion, when you're leasing out these miners, those miners are able to mine at a max capacity of 20,000 steps, a 10-mile walk, 2-hour workout, 6 to 8 hours of sleep, burning a couple thousand calories a day. So I would base your rental fee on somebody maxing out their activity, because those miners give everybody the same ability to do that. It's up to the person whether they do it or not. And you can become very creative and still get in that physical activity, even if you're not out there running marathons. So the leasing is a huge piece, and we're going to really start hammering out the details on that over the next couple of days, because once we release the rebrand of the application, it's going to make it very easy for people to come in who do want to purchase the miners and get started mining right away. It's also going to make it a lot easier for the onboarding process. 2, 3 days after we've made sure that there's no issues with that release of the rebrand, we'll immediately turn on the leasing, and it's game on at that point. And it'll be so easy for people to get started without having to come out of pocket with, a high expense to get started. Now, with that being said, we also realize that our goal, obviously, is to get to the 50,000 100,000 mark in the next 3 to 6 months, community size. And so we're lacking miners. We need more miners in circulation to be up on the leasing. Yes, having over 100,000 of them to be available is great, but knowing that each person is able to mine with 8 miners, that's only opening the doors for about 16,250 people to get started. And we really want to change lives across the globe. And we don't care if they're not minting the miners, right? We just want them to get healthy. And so we want to make sure that those miners are available to them. Those of you who are here, you're engaged, you're active in the project, we've come up with a really awesome way for you to be able to get these extra miners for you to lease out. Okay. So they're finishing up some of the last details on the rebrand. And we are going to have the staking/farming with the MoveQuest. However, we're going to twist it a little bit over the next couple of months. This isn't something that we're going to offer long term, but it is something that we want to offer to you guys right now so that you are able to acquire these miners so that you can lease them out and be able to share the project with other people who might not be able to afford the minting of these miners. So There's about 300,000 MoveQuest tokens in circulation right now. And what we want people to do is to be able to put those MoveQuest tokens to work for you. So you're working for the MoveQuest. Now let's let that MoveQuest work for you. And so rather than going to the exchange and having to sell your MoveQuest, we want you to be able to benefit from holding that MoveQuest. And so there's going to be a smart contract, and most likely it'll be ready by Saturday. Monday at the latest, they're already working on it. You'll be able to stake MoveQuest for miners. And like I said, this is not going to be a long-term offer. It's only short-term. So if you hold, let's put it this way. It costs you $50 in MoveQuest to mint a Lenny. That means that if you stake $100 of MoveQuest, in 7 days, you'll be able to claim all your MoveQuest and a Lenny miner for every $100 of MoveQuest that you stake. Now, if you stake it for 2 weeks, the cost of what it would be for a miner, it's double the cost. So, for example, to get from a Lenny to an Omega, it's $750. If you stake $1,500 of MoveQuest, and that one is a little bit longer, it's 35 days, you will get an Omega and all your MoveQuest. So the contract will unlock, you'll take your MoveQuest and you'll take your Omega. So you're not purchasing the Omega, so you're not giving up your MoveQuest. And this is this is only a short time offer, you guys. This isn't something we're doing long term. We want our community to be able to go out there and really build the community at a great speed. Okay, so we're making this available to you to do, and it's twofold. One, you're holding on to that MoveQuest and you're not selling it, and you're giving the project time to stabilize that liquidity pool and not have overselling. Okay, you're letting that MoveQuest work for you. You're acquiring these digital assets that you're going to be able to rent out and make money on them for as long as you want. And so we're getting that together so that you can get started on that right away. So yes, you can still mint those miners. You get them instantly. Yes, you can still evolve them. You can put them to work for you right away. You can also buy the MoveQuest. You'll be able to stake it. And it's 1 week for ultras, 2 weeks for, or I'm sorry, 1 week for Lennies, 2 weeks for primaries, 3 weeks for an ultra, 4 weeks for the alpha, and it's 5 weeks for the Omega, 35 days. So that's the time frame that you have to keep it staked. So the Lennies, you get them faster, but they only have 50% mining power. And then the Omegas, of course, those are the big boys, right? Those are the cat's ass is, I guess, the best way to say it. They go up in mining power. They're going to start to increase that mining power with that rebrand app when it comes out. Once they get everything and it's all working great, then you're going to be able to start seeing those Omegas increase in mining power. Okay, the more you use them, the more you increase that physical activity, or if you at least maintain your physical activity, you'll start to see those Omega miners increase their mining power up to 1,000%. So those have a lot more functionality. They're obviously more expensive. And so those ones, they take a little more time to curate in that little oven there. But that's what we really wanted you guys to hear tonight, so that if you are holding on to that MoveQuest, you'll all you have to do is deposit it into a smart contract. It will show up on the dashboard of your app. Okay, when the rebrand is out. If we start this on Saturday, obviously the rebrand isn't out, but the rebrand is coming here any day. So then when you come into the rebrand app, you'll see, oh, I got X amount of MoveQuest in this staking contract. I don't know what we're going to call it. We'll come up with some unique name. And you'll see your countdown timer on the dashboard. And then on the day that it's ready to go, that mystery box will open and there will be your miners, and it'll unlock all of your MoveQuest and your miner. And you can either plug it in and start using it yourself, or you'll be able to start leasing it out. We're doing this to give the project some time to stabilize that market value, get that liquidity where it needs to be, not have that overselling take place by offering you a way to let your MoveQuest tokens work for you. In turn, you're going to get all of that MoveQuest back, which is great because while it's curating your miners, it's probably going to be increasing a market value because I believe that the majority of the holders are probably going to take advantage of this. And you're also going to walk away with those miners that you're going to be able to lease out. They are yours. They don't belong to the project. They become yours. That's your digital asset. So on Saturday, when Brandon does his call, I will have a short presentation that kind of describes exactly how this is. Hopefully by then it'll be ready. If it's not ready on Saturday, the developers were positive that they could have it ready by Monday. It's a very simple contract. Um, it's not a complicated contract at all. It's a simple deposit on a specific day. It releases and you get your miners. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. This is, like I said, again, it's not something that we're going to offer as an ongoing thing. This is just kind of a way to help everybody get started with the leasing for those of you who haven't been able to acquire those extra digital assets for yourself. So I think that's all I've got. Did you guys share the new trailer or no? Or are we holding off on that?
Uh, you kind of let the cat out of the bag, but no,
I didn't
we
know.
have not. It's okay. Keep going, Chad. Brandon, Brian. Anything that you may be getting, maybe a couple of questions about what we just heard. I know it was recorded. I started recording a little late, but I'm still compiling these wallets. I'm doing my best. I can hold 1,000 at a time, so I'm trying to reach that number. We may have to come back maybe tomorrow night or at some point and finish the rest, but we can save these wallets in the chat as well. So no one's going to get left out, guys. Okay. I see a lot of messages. People are worried. If you bought MQT, Chad, just come on and tell them so I can keep going, bro. Tell them what they need to hear
Yeah.
because
Well,
yeah.
honestly, you didn't even have to buy the Move Quest. If you just came to our presentation tonight and you insert that wallet, we'll have it kind of put it in the wheel,
Oh,
and then we're just giving away.
leave it to
Um,
Lynette. Yes.
yeah, we're
Yes.
just because you guys are here, we want you to have those miners to lease, and so we're just going to give away a
Uh,
few of the miners to those of you who were here. And maybe because they gave their wallets out tonight, you come back on Saturday and we'll
right.
find out who the winners are. That will give
There
you
you
time to
go.
compile those wallets, Ken.
Yeah, exactly. Because my hand is frozen. But go ahead,
Well,
Chad.
let's do
Anybody want to
that.
add anything? Go
We got
ahead.
your wallets tonight, and Saturday, Brandon can announce the winners on his call.
Well, I mean, I've already loaded. I've done some
Oh,
work.
you've
So,
loaded them? Oh, okay. Well, we
I've
can do
done
it
quite a
tonight.
bit. Yeah, I've done quite a bit, but I can stop at a
Okay,
certain
so
number
let's
and then we can
no.
compile the rest. Yes.
Lynette, can you give the
So let's
qualifications for everybody? Because they're saying, what about those that did it? Was it this past week they bought? Was it 2 months ago
Mm-mm,
they
No,
bought
it
and
was
didn't
just
sell?
2 days. It was just the last 2 days while we were doing this big
Okay.
rush. But here's the deal. I was not able to. So when I went to the liquidity pool to get the wallets that had bought and not sold, it doesn't give me that. It only gives me the aggregators. It doesn't give me um the actual wallet. I would have to go into each transaction, and I'm not about that. I got too much to do to go into, a couple thousand transactions to see who bought and who sold. So we just have the list of the buyers. And so what I told Ken and Chad tonight, I said, you know what? Let's just be fun. If they come to the Zoom tonight and they are engaged, let's just give away a few minors to people for being engaged. We appreciate you guys. Um, and keep it at that. Easy peasy.
there you go. All right.
If you
So,
sold, you sold. I mean, that you're going to kick your own butt down the road. Why should we kick it for you right now, right?
right. So right now we're going to you want to do it right now? We ready to do that?
If you've got them in the wheel, sure.
Yeah, I've got probably close to, I don't know, 300 in here. So I'll go
Oh,
ahead and
you
share.
might want to wait because there's going to
Yeah,
be
I would
people
wait because
screaming
it's not fair. So
that
when
they
you get
haven't
them
had a
all in
chance.
there, everybody who's on the call tonight, make sure you get your wallet into Ken's chat. And then honestly, Ken, you can compile them all into that wheel. And then on Saturday, we can we can announce the winners. Even if you can't make it to Saturday Zoom, if your wallet was selected, we'll still make sure you get your miner.
Now, Lynette, would you
Right.
like me to actually do a presentation and then bring you on, or do you just want to start from the beginning and share any updates and then we just do the spin the wheel for Saturday?
Yeah, let's just start with the updates. I don't think you need to do a presentation unless you want to.
No, we can do that. Nobody wants to hear from me. They want to hear from you. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
no,
do
I'll
I
just
know.
go over the leasing. I'll have more details on the staking. It'll be early in the afternoon, so people that can't make the nighttime Zooms will be able to be on that one. So yeah, it'll be good. We'll just do that.
Okay. So no spinning tonight.
Nope, just collect the wallet addresses tonight for
Okay.
everybody who was here tonight, and then Saturday, we'll run the wheel. I think that's the easiest way, because otherwise
that.
we're gonna end up leaving people
Now
out.
you see all these hands that are up for questions. I'm nervous about wanting to open it
Yeah.
up with this
No
many
questions.
people. But
Yeah.
do you
But
have, if you want to have time, they can type it in the chat box and you want to answer a couple of questions that
Yeah,
way?
type your questions in the chat box, and we can answer it that way.
We have it set that if you type in the chat box, the host and the co-host see it. So Ken, you can just read it off for Lynette.
yeah, I'm still compiling numbers because there's thousands.
I
But
can read
Okay,
them. Let me
yeah, I
go
see
into
it.
the.
It pops up.
all right.
Yeah, Ken, people are direct messaging me too, I think.
Yeah, Lynette let the lid off of it. Now just everybody. So it's gonna be a lot of people, but we'll get it done. We'll
All
get it
right,
done.
Which
one question. So is this smart
Well, it's not
contract made
everybody.
for
It's just the
those?
ones who came to the Zoom tonight.
Right tonight. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Whether they sold or not. Whether they bought and
Yeah.
sold or yeah, it doesn't matter. Right.
Well, I
The
look at it
others
this way. If you sold, I mean, you're going to kick your own butt. Why are we kicking it for you now?
all right.
why
So you should
the
have about 664 wallet addresses because that's how many people are here, 665.
don't message me your wallet address. I'm not compiling.
No.
I'm getting so
The
many.
Right.
chat bot is off,
Right.
but you can message the co-hosts, you guys.
Right. There you go.
So I'm seeing
Who
it.
is
How
the
many miners
co-host?
will be, oh, Charlie said, how many miners will be given away? How many winners are you going to have on Saturday?
I mean,
Oh, because there's 665 of you here, we'll probably give away, I don't know, probably give away 50 different miners. That'll make it kind of fair.
yeah. It's just a
One
raffle.
question is, I mean, that was a jaw dropper that you just did there with the ability to take our MQTs, have them in a farm staking mechanism to receive miners at a certain amount of time. Will we have it based on, will you say how much MQT will somebody need to put to do that so that they know exactly how that's going to work?
So if it's $50 to mint a Lenny, you'll have to stake $100 of MoveQuest.
Hmm. Gotcha,
So it's
gotcha.
double. And it's
So
so then it's 50 for a Lenny plus 50 to evolve it to a primary. So if you want a primary, you'll have to stake $200. Then it is an additional 75 to go to ultra. So that would be 200 plus 150. So now you have to stake 350 for an ultra. You'll get all $350. You'll get all your MoveQuest back, and you'll get the miner. So it's double what it would cost for each miner, even though you're
Ken
not
Herschel just
actually
said that if
spending
you,
that money.
okay. Herschel Ken said that this is being recorded, so you don't have to, and it's going to record the chat as well. So you'll be able to
Gotcha.
go back and
Yes,
not have
sir.
to be stressed right now.
Oh, no, I'm not stressed. I just know I'm doing a lot of copy and pasting. We're good.
Now, will there be a limit, Lynette, on how much you can stake?
No, we're not going to put a limit on it. We want to get as many miners into circulation as possible for the leasing. Um, and so we are just doing this to help you guys out. Plus, it's locking up that MoveQuest for a period of time where you're not selling it. You're letting that MoveQuest work for you now.
Now, we have someone that says, are there any rewards for the people who never stopped maxing out and submitting and held their MQTs?
Well, I'm going to be doing something special once I get it compiled, but it's not a promotion. And so I'm not really getting into the details of that. I'll let everybody know what those wallets are once it's all compiled. The developers are actually compiling that list for me. And I haven't even decided what I am going to do. It's not a promotion. So it's like this is a gift from the creator. That way it's not an expectation, it's more appreciated kind of a thing. So I'm not really answering to that yet because I'm still mulling it around. We're taking it over the last couple of months when we started to see that downward spiral. We had about we had a couple thousand wallets that fell off from submitting. We went from 5,200 to about 3,500 wallets that were submitting. And so obviously those wallets that weren't, you know, contributing or weren't, staying engaged with the ecosystem, they're not going to be a part of that. That's not to be mean. I mean, I understand not everybody can always submit or whatever your reason was, that's fine. But those who did stick it out, those who did, still see the vision and believe in us and what we're doing. I do have some stuff, up my sleeve for you guys. So, um, and everybody knows I'm pretty generous with things I do. So it won't be, like a MoveQuest. It'll be significant. You'll be glad that I will make it very much worth your while. Let's put it that way, for being supportive of the project and sticking with us and believing in us.
I'm getting this question asked a lot, and guys, all the questions about the leasing, when it gets closer to the ability to do that, there'll be clear instructions on how that's going to work. But they're asking, is there going to be a initial fee to do the leasing?
No. So when you lease it, here's what happens. The project will get a percentage of whatever your rental fee is, right? And that will be towards liquidity. All of that goes to liquidity. And otherwise you take all, and it's like, it'll be 5-10%, something like that. It won't be much. That goes towards the liquidity. There's no, you don't have to pay a docking fee. You don't have to unlock docking slots for the leasing. There's no extra cost to you as the person who's putting the miner up for lease. You'll literally just make it available. You'll have a global marketplace and you'll have a private marketplace. So if you have your own followers, you'll be able to make your miners available in your own private marketplace that you share. If you want to put it in both the private marketplace that belongs to you as well as the global marketplace, you can do that so that you've got more exposure, to your miners that are available. Somebody will just come connect their wallet and connect to those miners. They can mine up to 8, just like everybody else. They don't have to pay a docking fee. There's no docking fee on the leasing side. So no, but you don't have to pay money to unlock dock slots for the leasing. That's a whole different type of feature. These miners are an asset that you own that you're making available to other people who are renting them. So we don't have that docking fee in place on that. It's just allowing people to be able to participate in the project, be a part of the ecosystem, and benefit from, you know, becoming more healthy using our project. So it's very simple to do. You'll be able to decide, you make the decision as to what your rental fee is going to be. It isn't based on what they are making in MoveQuest, just so you know. That is not it's not a feature that's available. Um, because we don't you can't, you don't want to make money off the efforts of others, right? You have this digital asset that you own. And so you're going to be able to, just like if you own your home and you want to rent it out, you would decide what that rental fee is going to be. And then somebody, if they want to rent your home, they're going to pay that fee. This is what your digital asset is, the same. You own it, you set that fee up front. You can charge it daily, you can charge it weekly, you can charge it monthly, and they pay it up front. This way, if they don't submit, you still are not out your rental fee. You still get that up front. And then it's up to them how much physical activity they put in, and everything that they make from their physical activity, they receive. So you don't get a percentage of anything that they do. You just charge that fee. It's very simple. It's very straightforward.
Gotcha, gotcha. We have one person that's asking, what's your plan on marketing and promotion after the MoveQuest app comes out?
Well, you guys, like I've always said, this is community driven. Part of the leasing and this staking the move quest to get those miners, we rely on our community to share it and to build it. We'll be doing social media marketing, but do we have a huge marketing budget where we're going to just go, millions of dollars and go crazy with marketing? Nope. We've got a community. The community is who we rely on to share this. We do have videos that are going to be available to you for marketing. We are working on social media posts. We're working on branded um, uh, images and things like that that you can share. So we're going to have marketing available for the community, but it's a community driven project. You guys have to understand, we leave 90% of the everything that you guys do in the ecosystem, 90% of it stays with you, with the liquidity. There's not this huge marketing budget. We're not one of those projects that are taking all your money um, and just doing whatever with it. 90% of it, it stays right there for that liquidity. So 10% doesn't leave a huge marketing budget, but we are making very good use of it in the best ways that we can with marketing.
Okay, and one question is this farming contract, smart contract, the same farming contract that you discussed a few months ago where we can grow our MQT allocation?
Nope. And we're kind of holding off on that MoveQuest yet. That was it was at the time when we were seeing that really good growth in the community. It was a great time to offer it because we did have that extra MoveQuest that you could have been receiving. But there's kind of been a slowdown because I think people are waiting for the rebrand to come out. And so right now would be a really bad time to release more MoveQuest into circulation. We've really got to have the demand for that circulation. So this is going to take its place for a month or two until we get our numbers back up where we want them to be. Because the last thing you ever want to see us do is put more tokens into circulation than there is a demand for. You never want to see that overselling um, before that demand is there. I mean, as a project, for me, it didn't bother me a bit because I'm thinking, okay, this is great because we can really beef up that liquidity and we get to that fluid level better. But on an optical view from the viewers and the watchers, that doesn't, it's not very appealing. And we would only make it worse if we were increasing the amount of MoveQuest that was going into circulation. So it's a big checks and balance. Once that community starts growing and that demand for that token is there, we are more than happy, to start getting back up to where that 5,000 a day is. We would love to be there and be able to do some of that promotional stuff. So that's kind of on the back burner at the moment until the community starts to grow again and it makes sense to put that extra MoveQuest into circulation.
Now, there's a lot of people that still don't have a clear understanding that there are different blockchains. So, a question we have is once we move to the next chain, whichever that's going to be, will that movement hinder the momentum we already have on the Avalanche chain? Will the Avalanche chain be kind of left to the dirt and we're only focused on the new chain, or will they still be able to grow equally? And we're spending both time on all the different chains we're going to be on.
So we won't move to another chain until the Avalanche is running smoothly on its own. And of course, we're working on the Binance Smart Chain to bring that one around and back up to speed as well. So when we do move to the next blockchain, it's because we have pretty much stabilized the chain that we're on right now. Its growth is good. That one's going to be that third chain. That's going to be like crazy fun. There won't be a liquidity raise. The token will just list with no liquidity raise whatsoever. And that means everybody has to start out buying that token. There won't be any in circulation prior to the listing. So, like when we went up on Avalanche, we did 2 weeks before it was listed, we did the liquidity raise, and 200,000 of those MoveQuest went into circulation. $100,000 was raised, and that's what went into the liquidity. It was one oh, I can't remember how many, 100, yeah, it was 100,000 MoveQuest to $100,000. So right away there was 320,000 MoveQuest in circulation. Okay, that won't happen on the next chain. It will just list with the 100,000 MoveQuest tokens to $100,000, and it will list at $1, just like on Avalanche, but there won't have been one in circulation. You'll have to purchase them right from the exchange. Um, Everybody who is on the Binance chain or is on the Avalanche chain will be able to mint your miners at half of the cost, is what you won't have to do the full cost. So you'll be able to move to the next chain without having to spend the full price. This allows our current community to get involved in the next chain. That also is liquidity. So even though it's at 50%, it's beefing up that liquidity pool before there's even one MoveQuest token in circulation. So it's completely different. The Binance Smart Chain, that was our beta build, 3 years of building this project and making it completely decentralized to work the way it works. Avalanche was our proof of concept, which we've proven now, I think, twice on Avalanche, that it's all community driven. It's funded through the self-funding ecosystem. It stabilizes that market value and the things that it does inside. And then when we go on to the third chain, it's just game on. No liquidity raise. There's no beta testing. There's nothing. So I don't think moving to the next chain is going to be a detriment to the smart chain or the blockchain. Did somebody actually write that in there? Like, are we going to just,
Yeah,
leave
they're
this one?
concerned.
Did they actually say it like that?
They still kind of believe that we've abandoned the Binance chain. So they're
Oh,
concerned
no.
that moving to the next chain will abandon Avalanche chain.
Yeah. Well, I got to make it very clear on the Binance Smart Chain. So that was, and everybody who got involved on the Binance Smart Chain, every single person knew that this was a project that was being built that had never been done before. There's not one person that did not know that. And there's a little over 500 people that are submitting on the Binance Smart Chain. So again, it's community driven. It's not us that abandoned anything. If the community wants to see the growth in the token, we don't manipulate it. We don't manipulate the market value. We don't we're not active, we're active building a project that's never been built before, that's never been seen on in the crypto space. People have to get active on that chain. When you get active, then you start to see what you see on the Avalanche chain. So you can't just put it all in our lap. It's a collective effort. It takes both sides. It took us on the Binance chain. And trust me, everybody on the Binance Smart Chain, they had major promotions. When they got started in the beginning, some of them were only spending $10 for a miner. It wasn't like it is here on the Avalanche chain because we were in beta testing. They went through so many bumps and bruises. I mean, as far as like, glitches and bugs and testing. And when we started out, we only started out with like 25 people. And then we moved up to about, I don't know, 50. Then it went to about 200, 250 people. For a while there, we had about 1,500 people that were mining on the Binance Smart Chain. And a lot of people from Binance Chain are over here on the Avalanche chain because this one is obviously doing better. We haven't abandoned the Binance Smart Chain at all. But at the same time, it's a community driven project. So it has a small community over there. It's going to have a small market value. It's going to have small, it is just what it is. Avalanche, if the community abandoned the Avalanche chain, it's going to look just like the Binance Smart Chain. So on our end of things, we have to make sure that our development is being done, that we are producing exactly what we say we're going to produce, and we have done that. That we are fully decentralized, meaning that you're in control. It's not a company who's in control. You're in control of the success in your physical activity that you're submitting. The Binance Smart Chain is so inexpensive to submit. So, you're banking up those tokens over there. And when that does come around, you'll benefit there. But everything takes time. We don't just, wiggle the nose or shake a tree and everything just falls into place. It doesn't work that way. And those of you who've been in crypto, you know this.
Now to follow up, are you still going to be running the promo when we go to the next chain that anybody that has miners on the Avalanche chain will be able to get them at 50% off on the new chain?
Yes, we will do that. That would be for any chain that we go to. As long as you are an existing miner on any of the, earlier chains that are already operating, you'll be able to go on to the next chain at 50%. So it won't just be our next chain, it'll be every chain. Every chain that we adapt to will operate the exact same way. There won't be a liquidity raise. The token will just be listed. If you're in one of the other chains, communities, and you want to be on whatever chain we're going on to next, you'll be able to. Now, part of the reason, you guys, that we're going on multiple chains is because at some point we'll start interacting with other projects and we'll start collaborating with them. You'll be able to start mining their project tokens as well as our tokens. That's part of our airdrop. So we can start collaborating with multiple communities. And we're already in talks with different projects. A lot of the projects that we were planning on working with have already gone. They're not even around anymore. I would say 90% of them are already gone. Um, And so, we're still working towards that, but we need the community to be a little bit larger before we do that.
Well, that's it for these questions. All the rest is still asking details on the leasing, and as we stated, when it gets closer to that coming out, the details of that will be released. So hold your questions for that. So that's all we have here. Ken, let me give it back to you and Lynette.
I think Ken right now is probably working on that
Oh
list.
yeah.
But
No,
that's
no.
that's awesome. Ken, what are we looking like
We're-
on that list? If we
oh,
do need to get the rest of that list, we can always have them submitted like on maybe a spreadsheet
yeah,
or something like that. Because I
it's
know opening
it's
it
no
up,
problem.
I already know it's crazy right now. I already know.
Yeah, I mean they're still coming in. So I mean they're
Yeah.
coming in from my text message, direct message to my phone, all the socials that I'm connected to, and in here in the chat. So imagine
Okay.
that.
So maybe
So
we
it's going to take some time to compile
So,
all that, but
I mean, if you gave instructions for them to put them in here in the chat, why are they sending
yeah,
them to other places? I mean, if
it
they don't, if
just
they've sent them other places, I would just take them here from the chat and that's it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
I
exactly.
know that we're probably having people still coming into the chat, but we're 50 minutes in. So I think we have to put a break on how many people are going to be submitting because they're going to keep coming in because somebody's going to say something. They're going to come in only to get their wallet put in. They wasn't here early. It's 50 minutes in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, if they're just coming in, it's too late.
Yeah, it's too
yeah,
late. We gotta stop
yeah,
letting people come in so we can move along. But if for those who are submitting those things, if we need to get a little spreadsheet or something, we can always do that, Ken, to try to make it a little easier.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we
We
can
get
work,
it.
I can
Yeah,
work with you on it. That way we'll be
yeah,
ready for the next
for sure,
rollout so we can do it. But we
for
can do
sure.
like a little spreadsheet, make them go on the like a Google spreadsheet and put their wallet address in there, and we can take our time and put it into the rotator. We'll do something like that.
Yep,
But so
we
if
get it.
you're on this call right now, if you're on the webinar right now, you submitted your wallet, okay? We'll go ahead and we'll make sure that we try to extract what we can from this because I think we can extract after the call.
Okay.
But if you want to reach out to me or Ken after the fact, we'll actually no matter of fact, don't reach out to us. What we'll do is we'll put a spreadsheet, a Google
Uh,
spreadsheet for you guys to click on and pop your wallet address in there, okay? And you'll be fine, okay? And just
Yeah, but how are you going to know they
no,
actually
yeah, we're
attended
not
the
gonna.
Zoom? I wouldn't do that. They either
No,
put it in
no.
the chat or they don't. That's just
Yeah,
all there is to it.
I'll just compile what's here in the chat. So if you are someone that did DM me on the multiple social media platforms and my phone, if you're on here, go ahead and put it direct to me in the chat. That's what I said. DM me here in the chat in Zoom is what I was saying,
okay.
right? So just do that right now while we're here because we got a few more minutes and we'll get that done. So go ahead and get that done and we'll compile it there and we'll
Yeah,
save the
because if
chat
we
at the
don't
end.
stick to
Yeah,
some kind of,
yeah, yeah,
organization,
yeah,
it'll be all crazy. I mean, if
yeah,
you come
yeah.
to the
We'll handle
Zoom,
it.
you put it in the Zoom chat directly to Ken, and
Yeah,
that's how you qualify for the wheel. Otherwise,
right,
they don't count. You'll
right.
drive you guys will drive yourselves crazy trying to
Yeah,
compile all of it.
yeah.
You'll be getting wallet addresses for the next 3 days.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I've already done about probably 200-300 of them just since the Zoom started. So I've been copy pasting like crazy and doing that. So we'll go ahead and compile the rest. We'll get all the wallets and save the chat and do all that stuff outside. And then Saturday we'll
okay.
do the raffle. And we'll take it from
Now,
there.
we are still getting a lot of questions, and this is a lot of it's more customer support questions. So, guys, customer support,
Yeah,
we have a customer support Zoom still open 5 days a week,
yeah.
11 a.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So, if you need help,
Actually, 10 to 5.
10 a.m. Eastern, all right,
Yeah,
10
10
a.m.
a.m. Eastern.
Eastern, 5 p.m.
Right.
Pacific. I mean, 5 p.m. Eastern. So, if you need help, just go to the support Zoom. Make sure also you guys saw that we are no longer pointing to Telegram groups. If you
Right.
want to be plugged into the right organizations, the Facebook group and Discord, and that's it.
Yep. Yep. And a lot of the
Um,
just kudos to the community. I mean, the community in Discord and in Facebook, they're answering a lot of questions, guys. There's not that many questions that are coming up that can't be answered just from the community. Because guess what? We're all either experiencing what you've experiencing, or we have, right? And we have the answer, right? And it's usually just clicking somewhere or backing out or refreshing a lot of this stuff. So don't panic. You'll get your questions answered. There's nothing we haven't seen. Nothing. Trust me. Right. And if it is, then we can escalate and we can figure it out. Right. So just want to put that out there.
yeah,
All
and
right.
customer support is going to extend into the evenings, 2 days a week. for people that are in different countries and in the Pacific time zone. So I'll let you guys know on Saturday what days those are going to be, but they're going to extend until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, Eastern time, 2 nights a week.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, I just saw something pop up, Lynette, about the deck screener. Can you go ahead and break that down? What's going on with that? The other liquidity, whatever situation, people are probably wondering what that is when they're finding that, and then we'll move forward.
So the one that has like $489 in liquidity, it is actually the MoveQuest contract address. So it's somebody in the community that created their own liquidity pool, which anybody can add liquidity. They just have their own liquidity pool contract. So it's not, I don't know, the price isn't exactly the same, but it is still linked. So it's not, I don't know who it is. It's not a scam. It's just why they did it. I don't know. I mean,
Makes no sense.
everybody, anybody can do it. To me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, especially if it only has $489 in it. There are scam copycats of MoveQuest on Solana. I found a couple of them because I've got a couple of different software programs that I use to start tracking all of this stuff. So I'll make those available so people see those. It's kind of funny how many people are trying to scam our community. It's just unbelievable to me. But the one that you see on Deck Screener that's got the $489 in liquidity, it ain't gonna hurt you if you use that pool. Um, but there's just no liquidity there. So at some point they're gonna pull their liquidity, um, and
Yeah,
that will be done. It won't be
just
there any longer. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not. So it's not. I don't think it's somebody trying to be a scammer. That it's got our contract address attached to it. It's just a lone wolf that created their own pool with $489.
yeah. I would say just avoid it at all costs and just let everybody know because you don't want anybody making any mistakes, or it is what it is. Like you said,
Yeah,
they could
just
just
stick
pull
with
it.
our pool.
Just stick with our pool. Yeah. But just check. I guess the one thing you can check, you can always check the liquidity. Our liquidity is always going up from, the last few, days, obviously from, it was about a million. Now it's at what, 1.7, 1.8. So check the liquidity, then you'll know for sure because the contract addresses are the same. You can check that liquidity and ensure that you're participating with the right project, right? The right protocol.
Yep, and it's on
All
our
right.
website
And
too.
it's on our website. Yeah, go to the website, get with the community. Always check, double check, triple check before you make anything that you may have a little, maybe a little wary about, or, want to question something. Just always check and, asking the community what's what. And people are always pretty transparent and upfront about what's going on. So give you some good straight
Yeah, and if
answers.
you're in a Telegram group that says official MoveQuest group or portraying themselves as the project Telegram, we are no longer in Telegram.
We're no longer
Now,
there.
that doesn't mean that one of your, if you've got your own team or something that you haven't created your own group. But if you're in a Telegram group that's portraying themselves as MoveQuest, I'm telling you right now, we're not on Telegram and I would leave the group. That's the only way we could get rid of those scam groups is to be able to tell our entire community we are not on Telegram.
Right. There we go. Awesome. All right. Chad, are we ready to queue up the new trailer? Are we looking?
Yeah, you can go ahead and queue it up.
All right.
Oh,
Let's
good. So
see.
I didn't ruin anything. I just
No, you just kind
I
of
just
let
let the
everybody
cat out of the bag too
know.
early.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm
Well,
sorry.
yeah, no, no big deal. No, it's fine. We have a lot of talent here in the community, and number one, I know he's asleep right now, but Ali, our lead designer, our artist designer for graphic designer and artist, has basically been brought on full time with this amazing project, and we're excited about that. But the guy just puts in amazing work, and I wouldn't know what to do without him moving forward with this project. He's just been really instrumental in the brand. He's been instrumental in the vibe, the aesthetic, everything that we're seeing coming. He put it all together. He's even admitted that it's his best work in 15, 20 years. So he put together something, and Chad, he has an ear and for music, and we just love, and the marketing side of this deal. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be very powerful. and we put together something about 30 seconds, but I'm gonna play it here and hope you guys enjoy. We'll play it. We'll run it back a few times, but we think it's gonna be a lot of excitement for this. So let me get to it here. Share my screen. It's gonna pop on real quick, so I'm gonna let it play again. So don't panic. All right, here we go. Oh, actually, it prepares waiting for me. Awesome. Here we go.
MoveQuest could be worth more than Bitcoin one day.
Yeah, high level leadership.
A lot of sleepless nights, but we put the work in, and now it's paid off. I'm on the move, they on the move, we on the move quest. I'm on the move, stay on the groove, we on the move quest. I'm on the move, they on the move, we on the move quest. Quest, 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 quest.
All right, what y'all think? Put some ones in the chat if that was fire. Go ahead. I'm gonna play it again.
MoveQuest could be worth more than Bitcoin one day.
Yeah, high level leadership.
A lot of sleepless nights, but we put the work in, and now it's paid off. I'm on the move, they on the move, we on the move quest. I'm on the move, stay on the groove, we on the move quest. I'm on the move, they on the move, we on the move quest. Quest, 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 quest.
All right. Just a little something, a little teaser, to get the juices flowing for this. I feel like we've launched the second time. Honestly, that's how I feel, and it's going to be absolutely incredible the next few weeks, moving into the holidays, and the app showing up, and us putting together just some phenomenal marketing strategies, and just I know a lot of people have questions. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Don't worry, we're thinking just like you're thinking. Right? There's so many angles. There's so many incredible opportunities from other communities and things outside of the community, and then right here in the community to push this out to the world. And we're just taking it one day at a time as the ideas and the creativity come to us. It's been a lot of fun. I'm just looking for we're putting together this like Avengers team. I'm be honest with you. That's how I feel. I feel like we've
Really
got
quick,
so
Ken,
many.
really quick,
Again, I
Ken,
got to tell
they
you.
can't
Go ahead, bro.
respond. We have the comments blocked, so they can't respond to give us the feedback.
Okay.
Well, the ones are popping in. I'm getting ones. I'm getting, I like that. I'm getting, it's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm getting, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
I just got to
yeah.
say one thing too,
Yeah.
because I have a lot of people saying, I wish I got started when you guys got started.
Yeah.
That's why you guys are making so much money. Understand that you now have a reset switch that's
Yes.
starting right now. The best time to get started is not when we did. We had to do all the hard work to prove that this would even work. I even said at that time I thought this was going to fail by 80%, and I was proven wrong.
Right.
But you guys led the way with no other evidence that this was going to work. This was the proof of concept. $15 million paid out without having to recruit, without having to sell a physical product. Just you using your own activity. 100% of people, if they sell that MQT, guess what? They get to pay. They get to pull their money out. So we've already proven that this works. So now that we've proven it, we're about to have another brand new launch. It's like starting all over again with a new, I mean, that song kind of got me hyped.
I can tell. I can tell, Brandon. I can tell.
This is a new launch. It's like a new company, a new beginning on a product that we've proven that can work. So we don't have to prove it anymore. And now we're not starting with 300. We got an army of 6,000. What are we going to do? As Chad says, the leaders need to step up now, and let's make this thing happen. I'm excited. Back to you, Ken. I love that.
Hey, yeah, absolutely, man. I agree. I don't know how to unlock the chat. Chad saying unlock the chat. I don't know who locked it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll unlock it right now for a second. But the moment we see some funny business, we got to close it up again.
Yeah, absolutely. All
it's
good.
unlocked right now. The chat's unlocked right now.
Okay, good. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Guys and gals enjoyed it. Just a small piece of, some of what we plan to do, and you can use it. We'll have it available so you can put it on social media and just, get the energy and the synergy and the vibe up, and people can start seeing a little bit of the aesthetic of the kind of like the culture we're creating here. It's going to be geared up. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So anybody else got anything? Brian, you're good. Any other leadership that's here? we're ready to rock. Let's roll. Chad, you want to close this out with anything, my friend?
Absolutely, man. We're fired up, guys. Just to recap over the last 48 hours, guys, we're fired up. All right. We are fired up. And I hope you're fired up. It looks like you're fired up and people are enjoying the sizzle, guys. You know, that's just the sizzle. Okay. That's just the sizzle. But to let you guys know, that is going to be full-fledged, guys. And it is going to be on all platforms when it's all said and done. The full version, the whole bang. You're just getting the sizzle now. But when it's all said and done, guys, you will be able to go on Facebook. You will be able to look up that and you will be able to put that on your flyers, your posters. You'll be able to go to iTunes. You'll be able to go SoundCloud. You'll be able to go in all these different places, guys. It's going to be a big thing. And it's also going to be in the metaverse as well, too. And one of the largest platforms there, closing in on over 400,000 people. And it will be playing throughout the metaverse every 15 minutes in heavy traffic. So let's just keep pumping, guys. We're fired up. And let's go out there and go do what we need to do as leaders. Let's help people get this thing started, get people in position. We can't wait to do the raffle with you guys to see who get those miners. We're excited. We're pumped up, man. We got a lot of work to do, so we're not going to hold y'all for the rest of the night. Ken, you want to play that one more time for them?
You know, why not? Let me go ahead and play it. Yeah, let me see here. Let me close this chat. Let's run it back real fast. Let me see. Make sure the sound is on. All right, let's go. Here we go. Turn it up if you want to turn it up. Turn up those speakers.
Could be worth more than Bitcoin one day.
Yeah, high-level leadership.
A lot of sleepless nights, but we put the work in, and now it's paid off.